Hello and welcome to today's video. It's an exercise video, so let's get right into it. We'll be drawing this 3D model. A basic thing, but it has some intriguing parts. So as you can see, it has 3 holes, some rectangles with grooved edges, and some interesting little parts, which I will show you how to make later. So let's start right with it. Actually, no, fuck. Let's just repeat. Hello and welcome to today's video. It's an exercise video, so let's get right into it. Today we'll be making this, as you have probably seen from the thumbnail. It's a pretty simple shape. There might be some tricky parts, but we'll show everything. First things first, we have to analyze our picture. So this is the basic top view. We got some projections for this and projection from this. And let's zoom in. We have 3 holes as well, which are all the way through. If we look here, so they're 10 millimeters in. This is only 20 millimeters tall. It is 220 millimeters wide and 140 millimeters. That's the height. Let's get right into it. So let's make that. It's a simple rectangle first. So let's do this. Let's go into the X and Y plane, get in our sketch, and let's draw a rectangle. Let me just get out a little bit and zoom out. So this is what we're doing. Let's give it our little rectangle some dimensions, and let's get right into it. So this is the height. We'll make it 140, and let's make this 220 millimeters. There we go. We've made this part. Now we need to groove out the edges. We can see that every corner is 20 millimeters. The command we'll be using for this is right here in operations. It's called corner command. So let's just double click it, select this, and we need to add a value of the radius. Let me check again what it is, 20 millimeters. So let's input 20. It says it's a problem because of this dimension, but it's not important anymore. Let's just repeat on every corner now. Yes, this 20 millimeters and this 20 millimeters. We got our general shape. Let's make it now 20 millimeters tall, 20 millimeters length. Now let's get into top sketch and see what we'll start with right away. So the simplest thing we can do is make this rectangle. As you can see, this seems to be this middle part of the rectangle, and it's right here where this hole is. And if we go up here, we can see it's 55 millimeters. So let's do that. First things first, let me just check how tall this is. It's 50, this is the height, so it's 50 millimeters and 100. So it should be 5 millimeters from here, then 25 from here. So that means we'll have to go 30 millimeters from here. And if the height is 140, that means we'll have to go 140 minus 30 millimeters, which is 110. That's the center part here. So let's do that real quick. Let's draw ourselves some construction lines real quick. 2 construction lines. So let's give them some dimensions real quick. We want this to be half of 140, which is 70. And this to be half of 220. So let me just add dimension of 220. Oh, it's in an angle. We did not make a straight line, that means. Let me just make the line again. Now it's a straight line, and we want it to be from here 110. We almost mapped the perfect part. Now we need the offset command. It's again in operations. It's the last one, and its name is just offset. So we'll take this and we want to move it this in this direction, 55 millimeters. There we go. Let's just make it a construction so it doesn't confuse us. Construction line, deselect it. It's very important for this line to be a construction line. Now we have to go from here up. So it should be, oh, I made a mistake in my calculations. So I said 140 millimeters minus 35. That's actually half because we're here. We have our line over here. We want to offset it up here. So it should be 70 minus 30. So it means we want to offset this line by 40 millimeters up here. So let's do that. Offset this line using the offset command, and let's go 40 millimeters up here. Let me just make it into a construction line, deselect it, and deselect the construction standard element. And now we can finally make the rectangle. We can use the second last one, centered rectangle. Now let's just put it here. Let's give it the dimensions right away. This has to be 100, while this has to be 50. And now, as you can see, it's a little bit out here. We'll have to go in the drawing again and check what's the radius. So the radius is 15 on every single corner. So let's keep quick with this. The same command as last time. Let's make this 15. Yes, yes. This corner as well. You can also select it like this to make the corner, or just select the dot that is in the corner right here. So I select it and write 15. I hope you're keeping up with this. Now we got this one, but there's another one on the other side. We could draw it again, but we could just mirror it, which is much simpler for us. Well, the way you can do this is, now let me just deselect this command, select all of this, be sure to select it all, and select the mirror command. We want it here, and now we want to select this again and select the mirror command and select this line, and there we go, it's right there. We should delete this because we don't need it anymore. Now that we deleted it, this lost all of its dimensions, but that's not important. We got what we wanted. So that's what we'll do for this sketch. We've made 2 sketches in total. Let's get out of the sketch and let's pad it. As you can see, the pad says it is 5 millimeters deep, and we look in here. You can see this is deeper than this, which is, this is 2 and this is 5, and like you can see, 5 and 2. So let's make it 5 millimeters deep. So let's just select this and select pocket, and we want it to be 5 millimeters. We've done this part. Let's again select the surface and go into sketch. Now the trickier part is next. These things. So let me check. Where is this centered? Oh, it goes 50 millimeters from here, which means it should also go 50 millimeters from here. To simplify things, I'll make it in this corner, even though we'll have to look at both of them. So let's check this out. So we gotta go 50 millimeters from here. Let's make ourselves again another construction line. Let's just make it at 110 each point. There we go. So now we don't have to make a dimension with this from here. It's already 110, which is half. Now we need to just go, I made a mistake. This is a little small mistake. Let's just delete this one. A simpler thing we can do is this. Just draw it at the end point, which is 220. Let's just draw it. And now we can offset it 50 millimeters in this direction. Let's select our offset command, go 50 millimeters in this direction, make the construction line, get out. This, once again, great accent to this. This needs to be a construction line. Let me check now next. So we got our middle point. this is 40 millimeters wide, so 20 millimeters is in this direction, 20 in this. But now, where exactly is this? I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same as this rectangle. So let's just make ourselves real quick a line that goes here again. A midpoint line, it should be 70. Select the V up there and make it 70. Just draw the line. There we go. Let's offset it. So it's gonna be 70 down here, 70 minus 30. So it is 40. Again, make it into a construction line, get out and deselect this. Now we got our midpoint. The command we'll be using is again in the rectangle section. It's called an elongated hole. So right now we are at H170. We'll have to go 20 millimeters in this direction. So it's 170 minus 20. We can even write that down. 170 minus 20. And we got here. It's now moved here. Let's go 40 millimeters in this direction. Look at the length up here. This is the length. Let's make it 40. And we've got this, and we need the radius. The radius is, how much is the radius for this? Let me check where we can see the radius. So it's 33 to 39. So 39 minus 33 is 6. And we need, that is the diameter of this little thing. So that means we need 3. That the radius is 3. We want the radius to be 3. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we got this. We have the second part that we need, which is this. What we need to do is, let's make ourselves some helpful lines. So let's make one line from the center, make it 45 degrees. Actually, no, not 40, 30 degrees. My bad. Let it go there. Let's make it into a construction line. There we go. And now let's just select it and mirror it on the other side. Now we got our little constraints in which we want to make this. So it's going to go from here to here. The command that we'll be using is this. So let's call it elongated hole. So CATIA wants us to define the center point of our arc. It should be right here, where these two lines intersect that we made. Now we need to select the radius, or define the radius. It's gonna be in the middle of 33 and 39, which is 36. Yes, 36. So let's add 36 as the value. Now it wants us to select the starting point. We can select this or here. So let's go from the bottom up to up. And now we need to select our radius. It's gonna be 3 millimeters, just like this one. And there we go, we got it. We can now mirror it on the other side. There we go. We need to make another one of these lines that intersects in the middle of here. So we can mirror it back into this corner. So let's just use mirror command, mirror it up, and mirror it to the left side. We can delete this, we don't need it. There we go. It looks about right, just like this. So let's get out of our sketch. As you can see, the construction lines are not showing. If I made this line into a normal line, it would show. And if we try and pad this, it's gonna say that the constraint has an open profile, or it is intersecting, or you have some construction lines, some lines that are not construction lines. So we cannot help you with this. So let's get back in and make this into a construction line. There we go. And now if we select our sketch and pocket, we can do this. We can now make it into 2 millimeters depth. Next up is the easiest part, making the holes. First things first, we need a little rectangle in the middle, and it has to be 10 millimeters deep, right? Yep, 10 meters deep, because this is the height of 10 and the holes are 10. So this needs to be 10 millimeters deep. Now let me check the size. It's 20 millimeters. Okay, that's pretty simple. Let's go again. Select this surface. Select sketch. let's just make a rectangle. So the middle point is 70, so let's just select 70 and go down by 10, which is 60. Go up. We want the height to be 20, and we want it to go here. You can go even farther, we don't really care. And now we can just select the pad, go 10 millimeters down. We need to make some holes, so let's quickly just make 3 circles. It's much easier for me. Let's make a circle in the middle, so it's 110, 110 and 70. Now that's where our hole is. It's 20 millimeters diameter, so this is 10. Let's make 2 more holes. Let's make it in the same wavelength as this. Let's just make it to be 20 and another one. Now we want this here, dot, select this command, constraint, and we want it to be fixed, so it does not move. It cannot move, we cannot move this. Now if we select this and this dot and add a constraint, let's check their distance. They are 55 millimeters away from each other. 55. It just moved the right circle, did not move the middle circle, it's still in the middle. And now if we take this one, we'll have to select the middle dot and this dot as well. Select the constraint command and make it 55. There we go. We've got 3 circles, and now they are 10 millimeters deep all the way through. We got our general shape. And that's it. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope the video was good for you. It wasn't too fast. If it was too fast, you can just slow the video down. So thank you for watching again. Have a nice day.